What time is it? What time is it?
Okay, let's go.
You're listening to Verse Connoisseur, a taste of poetic delight, with your girl at Blazingsane and
Stones Moyo.
So today's episode has got a twist, because not only am I the guest, but I'm also the co-host.
Which is complicated, but we just had to let people know more about Sunny because she's such an amazing poet.
Oh, so, thank you, Stones.
You need to read people your poem.
Okay, so the first poem I'm going to do is called The Uncomfortable Comfort of the Comfort Zone. This quiet unrest that is your soul's passion. This ticking of your untimed thoughts. This exhaustion of imagination. This bed, bread, breaks back routine you do with consistency. This picks this instead of that. This selfish brand loyalty. This video game playing, TV watching, online hogging free time. The never-ending cycle of the pain that is your spinal injury. This yoga pants wearing, never exercised a day beyond third grade of a body. Tongue quaking, family shattering, eavesdropping page turner of a diary. Then there is woe in your man that redefines complexities. The silence of the words in your eyes, never spoken on lips belonging to you. The softness of the chair by your day job. The feeble sound of laughing heard in the background. This could easily be described as the sum total of your comfort zone. Your I wish I did this, but I always do that zone. The never a woman's job because it requires a man zone. The play it small, roll over and let the next guy win zone. The I'm happy with where I'm at because too much is at stake if I try something new zone. And then you wonder why the only motion in your life is found in your teacup.
Wow. Abanye abantwana bayabhala shem. Isikhiwa lisizwele lana. So, what inspired this beautiful poem?
Stones, this poem is basically inspired by the fact that we as human beings, we get comfortable in positions we're in or jobs that we're doing or where we are in life at that particular moment. And we don't strive for more. We get so comfortable that even our dreams just disappear.
Yeah, I'm guessing it's because of what society tells you that you should be in a particular place. You can't do this because people will see you as a certain way. I mean to say. So
it's definitely got to do with societal norms.
Was it personal for you, or was it something that you saw another person going through the same situation you're talking about?
I think it's both. I have gone through it personally, where I've just been kind of comfortable where I'm at, not pushing myself and not striving to be better. And I've also seen other people struggling with the same problem. So I feel like it's something that everyone can relate to. And so the poem, I feel, is meant to show people that this is something that's real. It's something that happens to all of us. And it's something that all of us can actually push ourselves and just be better.
Wow.
Yeah.
You go. So now tell me, what's the approach when you're writing your poem? What's the end goal for you?
The end goal is definitely to motivate. I'm looking to motivate other people and to really get them to be on board.
Okay, so now in terms of distribution, besides putting it in a book, is there another way that you're doing it to get the poetry out there?
I have performed. Of late, I haven't really been performing because I've been more focused on prose writing. I feel like that's something that I'm really passionate about. I actually want to write longer, more more detailed writing. I feel like poetry for me is a form of therapy. And sometimes I find myself writing and I find myself talking about topics that are personal to me, that I've experienced personally. And prose for me is a way for me to write from a fictional point and really increase, you could say, my writing range. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay. And also there aren't a lot of shows anymore in Bulawayo, so it's a matter of, me starting my own or like getting closer to other poets and we, come together and make our own kind of poetry show.
But I do feel like you should do that.
Definitely.
Because I feel like, poetry is something that people don't usually take serious sometimes.
Yeah. No, it's true. Like for me, every poem that I write, I want a person to be able to read it or to hear it. If they hear it, I want them to hear it in my voice, how I wanted you to understand it. That's why I feel like if I read it myself, you have a better understanding. But at times you can't do that. So I feel like if you read it, I want you to take from it what you can. That's really important to me, that every poem touches people in a different way. It either inspires, or it causes you to see something differently, or it just makes you feel.
But you can do things like what you call this videos, or going to the studio and recording it and just compiling it into like an album.
Definitely, that's an option. I've put some poems on SoundCloud,
okay,
and I've gotten some good feedback from that, and also looking into doing an audiobook for this anthology. So yeah, it's definitely an option. I feel like hearing the poems in my voice will definitely aid with understanding.
Because I also feel like we're now living in an era where it's all about visuals. So if you can add like the audio and the visual, people would like really dive into it.
True, that's true. Okay, Stone, so I'm gonna hit you with another poem.
Okay.
Yeah. This one is called The Day Love Walked Out on Me.
Sounds deep.
I remember the day, the time, the place, the temperature of the atmosphere. That very moment when love walked out on me. Like a photo, it is etched in my mind, framed with golden trim, forever on the top shelf of my trophy cabinet. Love walked out on me in a way that words can express. It was like watching the sunshine falling from the sky and literally kissing the ground, causing all the moisture to leave the sand, killing whatever living organisms lived there. The day love walked out on me, it was raining. No sound of raindrops free falling from the heavens, splashing loudly down the corrugated roof. It was a day sunny, sky blue without a cloud in sight, looking like a high-resolution screensaver on my computer screen. Yes, love walked out on me quietly. No goodbyes, no bags packed and departure preparation. It just left unannounced. I exited the room where it sat for a split second and found it gone when I returned. It was gone. So gone. Long gone, truly gone, leaving me all alone.
I feel like crying right now. Love left me ngabai squad. Shem.
Yeah, it's good.
Wow, I love this one. So, what love walked out on you?
This poem, I think, it's difficult for me to explain. Basically, okay, maybe it's not difficult to explain. Here I'm talking about a breakup.
Okay.
So love walking out on me is the person breaking up with me, basically.
So basically, love is a metaphor for the person who left you.
Exactly. And then the thing is, how I describe the weather, I say it wasn't a rainy day. You would think something sad would be associated with a gloomy, dark day. But the day, the sun was shining. The sky was clear blue. It was a beautiful day, but something ugly happened. So I like to put the opposing visuals, and like it also helps me to.
Which does make sense because these things can happen anytime.
Exactly. That's the point that I was trying to make, that it's not something you can prepare for. When it happens, you just take it in your stride. Yeah.
So now my next question would be like, okay, for a person who's now wanting to get into poetry, like a young person or getting started with writing and everything, what would you tell them?
Most importantly, I would tell young people to write. Write whenever you can. One of the mistakes that people make is they want to be writers, but they don't write. So I would say every day, if you have a journal, keep a journal and jot something down every day. Even when you don't feel like it, push yourself to write something. That's the only way you're going to get good. And read. Yeah, a lot of reading leads to a lot of good writing.
So besides people following you on the show, where else can people find you?
Okay, mostly people can find me on Twitter. My handle is @Blazingsane. That's because my name is Sanelisiwe Emamligo, and the Blaze is referring to... Exactly, it's referring to my surname. Yeah, okay. Which means fire. It's a blaze. And I'm sane because I am sane. But it's also just because my name is Sunny, it's spelled exactly the same as sane. So I just thought it would bring an interesting twist.
Yeah. Which I find funny.
Okay, Stones, I'm going to hit you with one more poem.
Yeah, I was about to ask for that
one. This one is entitled Give. They don't tell you that you will study and not find a job. They don't tell you that half the things you learn you may never use in real life situations. That eventually you will forget most of it and have to learn some more in order to keep up with your peers. They don't tell you to live within your means. That even though things may be good right now, they won't always be. And you need to constantly be thinking about the future without thinking about it. They do tell you that motherhood is a must, that marriage is a must, and that your husband is the head. They teach you how to cook and clean and how to belong in a household. They teach everything you need to know to find a husband, but very little on how to live a fulfilling life. You are drilled over and over on how to be a gracious wife, to nurture, love, and raise your children, to cook, clean, and feed. Forget your dreams. Because at 1 a.m. when little Sunny wakes up, wailing, testing her lung capacity, you will shelve your dreams and pick her up, because that's what mothers do. They sacrifice. But children, they grow up and leaving you with nothing but empty rooms, and your dreams remain unlived, sitting atop a high shelf gathering dust. When you get old and grey, shame. None of this has the makings of a life well lived. A thankless business womanhood is, where you just give and give and give, and must never expect anything in return.
I want to show. Oh my God.
Yep.
My guest is a pretty awesome poet.
Thank you, Stones.
And I'm no poet, so I'll probably never be interviewed on my own show.
No, Stones, you're a rapper, which is a form of poetry, so...
Yeah, but not on your level, though. You write awesomely well, so before we close the show, do you have anything you'd like to tell people about anything that you're doing that's upcoming?
I would like people to listen to this podcast. Verse Connoisseur is an expression of poetic delight. We will be getting different poets on the show. We will be discussing different things about poetry. And for poetry lovers, this is a great place to be. So I just want to say, keep on listening, keep on enjoying, and keep on helping us to grow.
Yeah, it was really so.
Yes.
Until next time, people, catch us on Voice Connoisseur. Yeah, it's been a blast.
Yeah.
Peace
Bye.
out.